What's going on, everyone? It's your boy Savvy, and welcome back to the Savvy Show. And in today's episode, I think we've got a really cool SCP on our hands. This is SCP-2406, the Colossal. So hey, Attack on Titan collab? Like, yo, what's going on, man? Attack on Titan, Colossal Titan? What's happening? But I doubt it's gonna be that crazy. It looks pretty dope, though. It looks like giant mech soldiers in the water, so let's see if it's just like, you know, a few of them or a whole army of them, or it's someone controlling these mechanisms or these machines per se. So if you guys are excited to see what this is about and my reaction as well, please feel free to smash that like button if you end up enjoying this reaction. It means the world and it takes less than a second. And also remember to smash the sub button, join the family. If you're already part of it, I'm telling you guys, if you love SCP reactions and you love my style, bro, this is gonna be the best place to tune in. I'm telling you, you won't regret it. Smash that red button and get plugged and have a blast with the fam. That's it, man. That's it. And remember, smash the notification button so you know exactly when I'm dropping more heat. I'm telling you guys, it's gonna get hot. I don't want you to miss anything. And also, shout out to SCP Animated Tales from the Foundation. They're the ones that's bringing this animation for us to react to today. So without them, there'll be nothing to react to. So hit them up in the description. So with that being said, without any further ado, let's get this show started. All right, SCP-2406, the Colossus.
An army of large steam and hydraulic-fueled mechanisms encroach upon a temple on the island of Yaros, but are met with extreme hostility from the abominations of the Sarkic followers. A
Abominations?
singular mech is impaled by a series of fleshy spines and falls limp, laying dormant for thousands of years.
Fleshy spines.
Until discovered by SCP archaeologists in a place known today as the Aralcum Desert.
1,000 years though? Holy shit. This is an old SCP.
Hello everyone, my name is Dr. Buck, and as you can see behind me, we are performing a field study of Provisional Site 31, and more specifically, the SCP it is built around, SCP-2406, codenamed the Colossus.
Colossus.
This site is to maintain the facade of a Kazakhstani military facility. All researchers working directly with SCP-2406 must wear Type A hazmat suits at all times and will go through a rigorous decontamination process upon exit. A security perimeter of armed guards is to remain in place at all times in order to prevent unauthorized access.
Okay.
Direct interaction with SCP-2406-1 requires authorization by Site Command.
Is it dead or is it moving? Like, what's going on?
To the SCP itself.
Okay.
SCP-2406 is a mechanical automaton, 93 meters in height and weighing approximately 210 tons.
Sheesh.
Research indicates that SCP-2406 was not sentient and required at least 6 operators
platform?
to properly function.
6
It's
operators?
hypothesized that SCP-2406 was piloted via 160 different valves and levers within its interior. Limbs were controlled through the application of pneumatics, hydraulics, and clockwork, and powered by a nuclear reactor located within the torso.
Okay.
SCP-2406 was discovered on August 7th, 1985 in the
1985.
Aralcum Desert.
And that was, and from that point on, 1,000 years in the past, that's where they first started, you know, running havoc. Because he was been in the ground for over 1,000 years. So that is interesting itself. And who were the 6 people that, you know, controlled it? Was it the actual SCP? Or just this one machine's SCP and more of them? And more of it?
The eastern basin of the Aral Sea during an effort to track the unusually high levels of radiation in the water. Initially contained by GRU Division P, SCP-2406 would be transferred into Foundation custody following the collapse of the Soviet Union.
Okay.
Despite the location of its recovery, SCP-2406 is believed to have been built somewhere in the Aegean Sea.
Built.
Most of SCP-2406 is composed of an alloy consisting of 75 to 80% copper, 15 to 20% zinc, and smaller percentages of nickel, lead, and iron, the admixture responsible for its bronze appearance.
Okay.
Inscribed upon the posterior of the exterior torso is the Aegean numeral for 9, suggesting that SCP-2406 may not be an entirely unique construction.
There's probably 9 of them. Or that's just the number of that one that was created. This was the 9th one created in the line. It's probably maybe 100. Who knows?
However, as of to date, it remains the only of its kind known to the Foundation.
Wait. So the other ones that was in the flashback before 1,000 years, they only found one in the ruins? Because it showed multiple of them, I believe. There's multiple of them in the thumbnail, so...
The anterior of the exterior torso is engraved with a stylized hammer and anvil. The right arm was equipped with a nozzle attached to a 20,800-liter tank. Although the tank was discovered empty, chemical testing revealed pine resin, naphtha, quicklime, calcium phosphide, and sulfur within its interior.
Sheesh.
At some point in time, SCP-2406's left arm was torn off.
Oh.
It was not initially recovered with SCP-2406, although it was discovered later on December 12, 1998, uncovered approximately 32 kilometers from its body.
Seen a heated battle.
Cover more of the specifics on that arm later. Human skeletal remains, 6 in number, have been removed from the interior of SCP-2406, with radiocarbon dating placing their deaths at Cal 1200 to 1000 BCE.
Okay, so like 1,000 years. And interesting because these are people that was operating this SCP, I'm pretty sure. That's why it's not doing anything. But I really hope they touch upon the flesh bone or whatever they were saying that penetrated this SCP in the eyeball. What was that about?
All were found to be attired in armor that, while roughly Mycenaean in design, is composed of material never used in ancient warfare. Lead and copper alloy with an inner lining composed of asbestos fabric.
Dang Soviets.
The helmet would have completely covered the head with a green tinted glass visor over the face. Tubes constructed from goat intestines.
Goat?
Outside air directly into the mouths of the pilots. Valve number 136 would have caused a momentary release of water into these tubes, allowing those within to remain hydrated while operating SCP-2406.
Goat intestine for real though?
A similar system of tubes attached at the crotch and were presumably used in the expulsion of urine.
String line for tight fit? What the hell?
SCP-2406 is currently disabled, but could hypothetically be repaired, and displays extensive evidence of combat-related damage. The head, torso, and left leg were discovered impaled by organic spines.
Took a mad
These
L.
spines appear superficially chitinous and, despite showing strong structural similarities to coral, contain human DNA. It is believed that these objects functioned as projectiles, employed by an unidentified anomalous organism.
Another SCP.
Indentations around the torso are suggestive of constriction by a large, flexible, and prehensile appendage. Originally thought to be caused by natural corrosion, SCP-2406's outer layer was damaged by a strong acidic substance likely associated with the previously noted unidentified anomalous organism.
I wonder if the unidentified anomaly is the flesh that hates. I'm wondering. I'm trying to think of options of it, what it could be. But that's the only one that I'm thinking about right now. But I haven't seen a lot of SCPs at the moment, so let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. What SCP you think this one is.
Physical evidence suggests that the reactor core melted through the posterior torso, penetrating the Earth, and continues to burn at more than 1,200 degrees Celsius. It is estimated to be presently located at approximately 820 meters beneath the surface.
Damn.
The reactor, when intact, has been hypothesized to have functioned in a manner similar to natural nuclear fission reactors, deviating significantly from modern designs. It is possible that the creators of SCP-2406 were aware of such phenomena and attempted to mimic the process.
What are they wearing? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the creators, I'm assuming, are all 6 of the people that operate this SCP. It's not like there was one dude that created it and they just got 6 soldiers. It seems like they're all creating this SCP. And it looks like they're wearing these like elongated hats. Like, are they human? Were they human or are they anomalies that created this SCP? Bro!
Several scrolls were recovered from a watertight cylinder within SCP-2406. The following is a recording from the case director, Dr. Judith Lowe, regarding these scrolls.
This is a recording for the posterity and secondary record
Haven't seen
keeping
her yet.
regarding the translation of the scrolls discovered inside of SCP-2406. With me, I have Dr. Abramov, a Level 3 researcher and linguistic who shall be performing the readings of said scrolls.
Okay.
Thank you for the opportunity, Dr. Lowe.
Most certainly, Doctor. Now, for a little more context. Most of the scrolls seem to be of a religious nature and seem to be associated with the followers of Makan.
Okay.
This would be the historical precursor to the modern Church of the Broken God. The script seems to be a unique derivative of
let me
Mycenaean Greek.
rewind this back.
This script has taken my nature and scrolls.
Thank you for the opportunity, Dr. Lowe.
It's getting interesting.
Most certainly, Doctor. Now, for a little more context. Most of the scrolls seem to be of a religious nature and seem to be associated with the followers of Makan. This would be the historical precursor to the modern Church of the Broken God.
Makan.
The
Okay.
script seems to be a unique derivative of Mycenaean Greek. This script has taken myself and a team of Foundation Linguistics 10 years to decipher in full.
10 years?
After analysis, we have made the exciting discovery of a variation of the Book of Pieces, Chapter 12.
Book of Pieces.
Dr. Abramov, if you would, please begin reading.
10
I will
years.
jump in with any relevant commentary.
Yes, ma'am. The Colossi were constructed in her schema. The Colossi were constructed to defend.
Stop here a moment, Doctor.
Okay.
The word for defend here could have also meant secure or contain based on the context.
Oh.
Please, continue.
So were they a Thymel class SCP? Containing other SCPs, and the colossal giant failed to contain the flesh that hates, or another variation of that, or a similar SCP along the lines of it? Bro, what the heck?
The enemy, Grand Carcist Ion, betrayer of man, destroyer of progress, sorcerer king of Adatum, a desolate domain, a failed and fallen creation, built with the bodies of dead gods.
The context for the word bodies could have also meant flesh.
Upon a throne of black ambition, the enemy plots. The enemy is not a priest, they are a merchant, and they have sold the world.
We have decided on the
Sold
word
the
world
world?
here, but it is strange because it more closely related to whole or totality.
What?
The Colossi were constructed in her schema. The Colossi were constructed to defend. The profane tools must be broken.
There is no direct translation for broken in this context. A
Hmm.
more correct translation would be uncreated or wiped fully out of existence and memory.
Damn.
Drink deep the silver blood of Makan. May your sacrifice not... Dr. Lowe, I'm not sure this last translation is correct. Be in vain?
Obviously, it is not a perfect fit, but the research is still ongoing into the context. Perhaps new scrolls will be able to shed some light on the meaning behind the words.
Shall I start on the next scroll, ma'am?
Please.
Please do, Dr. Abramov.
This is the final testament of Matriarch Eupraxia, Legates Faithful, servant of Makan.
What?
I'm not a warrior. All warriors are dead, breaking themselves upon the enemy's host.
So they're part of the Broken God and shit. But I need to know more information about the SCP that are made from fallen gods, or the flesh per se of these gods. What the heck?
The enemy has set their plan into motion. The Sorcerer King surrounds himself with corpses. To fight is to grow or increase in number his legions.
That's him.
Egypt retreats from the world. The Hittites have fallen into chaos or strife.
What the
The
heck?
conspirators of Crete have sacrificed their own.
Our
I'm
army.
almost positive the word references Crete, but it could be in reference to Minoans in a broader sense.
What?
The Aegean has fallen into barbarism.
The
I
Aegean.
believe this is meant to reference all Greek states at the time.
The city of 1,000 pillars is forever lost, has always been lost.
This is the greatest point of contention. Could this be speaking of Iram? It wouldn't be possible, considering there is no evidence of the existence of Iram until at least the 7th century CE.
Huh. But you guys
Even
know.
the Deva grow desperate with the enemy at their border. The center collapses, kingdoms crumble, the damage is done, the light of reason flickers or wanes.
Wow.
Makan sacrificed herself so that we might be free.
Damn.
We refuse to return to that darkness. We would rather die. But the siege at Garros was won. We must strike while the metal is hot, and thus we march for Kithara at the end of all things.
Oh my god, the soundtrack is giving me 300 Spartans vibes. Like, yo. The 300 Spartans about to fight the Persians. This is a vibes that I'm getting, bro. Like, what the hell? At least from the music alone.
We've crossed the wide dark sea. We have seen villages ravaged by the Red Death. We have seen the dead, the dying, and the deathless. We cast the accursed to holy flame. We enter his desolate domain.
What?
And in our left hand, we carry our answer.
Is this the flesh that hates? It seems similar. Like, honestly, I really want to know what this SCP is that these colossal giants lost to.
We cannot undo what has been done, but we can delay the Sarkic dawn.
This has been a recording of our findings in the translation of the 2406 scrolls.
It took 10 years.
Thank you.
Like stated previously,
Wow.
the left arm of SCP-2406 was discovered on December 12, 1998, approximately 32 kilometers from its body.
Mm-hmm.
Evidence of impact suggests the object had been hurled to its location shortly after being severed from SCP-2406's torso. The
They
arm
got
is
bodied.
equipped with what has since been hypothesized to be a weapon of non-terrestrial origins and anomalous manufacture, design, and capabilities. Due to its singular nature when compared to the rest of SCP-2406, this weapon has been separately classified as SCP-2406-1.
By itself?
The actual purpose of SCP-2406-1
Is a black hole?
unknown. The apparatus so foreign as to render it beyond current Foundation knowledge. It has been hypothesized that the use of SCP-2406-1 would cause considerable damage to our local reality,
That's a black
although it
hole.
remains unknown if SCP-2406-1 was ever used prior to the destruction of SCP-2406. Personnel are not to attempt activation of SCP-2406-1 unless authorized by Site Command.
Damn.
Thank you all for your time.
That's it?
Please remember to follow all safety guidelines for Provisional Site 31 or suffer severe consequences brought on by your own poor choices,
Oh my god.
including but not limited to death by radiation poisoning.
Excuse me. Wow, is it over? I'm assuming it's over. Oh, no, it's not. Yo, why they teasing? No, let me see. They ain't getting me. Yeah, it's over. It's over. Man, why they teasing with that? Why they teasing with that? Oh my god. No one's operating this dude. He's not alive. Why you gotta flex like that? Oh my god. Okay, anyway, this was really cool. I have a lot of questions if you guys didn't already know during the reaction. So if you guys know any of them, please let me know in the comment section below. I really want to know about is that the flesh that hates the SCP that was, you know, this SCP that was going against, or what's going on with this SCP's right arm? What do you guys think that is? A black hole or a reality warping device? Who knows, man? I'm excited though, because this was really cool, and I hope we could get some follow-up on the Colossus SCP, because man, this was really intriguing to say the least. So with all out the way, if you enjoyed this reaction, please remember to smash that like button. Also smash the sub button if you're not already part of the family, and also remember to turn on post notifications so you do not miss an upload. So with that all out the way, unfortunately that concludes today's episode. However, I'll catch you guys on the next one.